Hello my friends and welcome to episode 23, I think. Correct that in the writing if I am wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's episode 23 of our Football Manager 2020 Let's Play with Rangers. Today we're going to go through their transfer window real quick. A couple of other things to go through. As you can see on the screen just now, we've got an agreed stadium upgrade costing £39.5 million. I literally just checked my bank balance and seen that it was an option, so I asked for it, they accepted it. I was just waiting to record this. So that's kind of good. It said it'll be completed by the 24th of the 7th. That surprises me. It says the work construction will begin at the end of the season, but I'm not convinced. I've never seen a stadium expansion be done that quick. It's usually in August, September, even October when I've seen just a couple of seats being put in. But it's a big expense, but I think it'll be worth it. We've had 8 sellouts so far this season from 13 games and an average sellout of 98% capacity. So that's positive stuff. Finance wise, we've got 49 million in the bank, so we're going to be down to 10 million after that. So basically just gave them a transfer budget for next season. I don't mind that too much because that's the right decision. And hopefully, if we win the league again, they go, yep, no worries, you're doing a good job. They did expand my wage budget. That was a board offering that. Refused to upgrade my transfer budget, of course. But there was never really a need for bringing in without letting go out first in this window. So quickly over to the transfer history. And we're on all transfers. Can I actually just roll this down to January? No, I can't. At least not a way that I worked out. So from January, we loaned out Afani Amanda. You know, he's decent. I'm not convinced he's going to develop as much as we maybe hoped, but he's still only 18, so there's hope for that yet. And I'm pretty sure he was a free transfer at the start of the season, if I mind right, or during last season. Yeah, he was a free transfer from Paris Saint Germain, and he's not on a big wage, so he's away out on loan now. We're still paying half his wages, but that's fine. No issues with that. Amaro Balde away on loan to Farinese. Adrian Hanu is the big one, and the only major sale that we had during January so far. There is a bid from China, and China are still bidding. They've got until the end of February. But Hanu came in on a free transfer. He's played 3 games, got 2 goals, plus a couple of cup games I think, where he's got another 2 goals. So in total he played 5 games with 3 off the bench, 4 goals. Not a great return. And we've got an 8.5 million really quick turnaround selling him to Wuhan in China. So he's away on a big wage as well. And Cammy Palmer have loaned out to today's opponents at Johnstone in the Scottish Cup. On the ends, we've spent a bit of money. There is a bid, as I said. I'll go through that in a minute, but we'll go through the ends first. Matthias Arenzo comes in. I signed him earlier on. He's on 11 grand a week because we had to get him the work permit. He's on 950,000. But he's actually developed a bit since we signed him. That 19 determination obviously helping out. Physically, he's not the best. Defensively, well, we're not asking him really to do anything defensively. But you know, bit of work on the composure and the mentals other than determination. And there's a prospect here. We've signed him for 950,000. He's worth 1.2 and he's got 5-star potential. I think this was a good risk to take. We've got Alex Hogg coming in from Hearts, another young lad. He is a right winger. I'm going to retrain him as an inside forward on the other side, or an inverted winger on the other side, depending on how he develops. But right now, 5-star potential, and we've signed him again for next to nothing, 240,000. Olivia Batista-Mir, we know he's signed full-time for us now at 5.5 million. I'm dead boob on this. I should have got to confirm at the end of the season, and that way we would have paid less wages, but I'll take that mistake. And then next up is Jose Martinez. He is a fullback, naturally, but he's naturally a ball-winning defender as well, which I kind of want. And this is what I've bought him for. He's cost us 525,000. Already played a couple of games in the league and the Scottish Cup, and had a decent start to life with us. I tried to sign him in the summer, and I had a £1.2 million bid accepted because it met his release clause at the time. And he signed a new contract with Barcelona. I'm sure I mentioned this during my summer review or at some point during the summer transfer window. And they renewed his contract, which was great. Didn't mind that. When the release clause was now only 525,000, which we just went, well, we're going to trigger that in January. Wage-wise, there's not too much difference, and he will do a job. And Kevin Harante comes in from Aberdeen for a couple of 100,000 again. 5-star potential striker at 17 years old. Termination's okay. I could see him becoming a bit of a player. And the reason why I signed him now, I've been monitoring him for about a year, was a lot of clubs in England started bidding. So I made my move. They were all trying to pay with add-ons. I didn't. Happy days. So that sums up our business in January. So for this season we spent £36 million. We brought in £77 million so far. But we've had bids for Barisic, which have so far turned down. And we managed to hold my resolve against. They wanted, I think their last bid was £17.5 million. I've held my resolve against that. And we've got a bid in for Luciano Acosta, £12.5 million. I'm sure that's not actually at all. Pretty sure it was around about 14-15 million plus some add-ons, but some of it's over the price of 6 months. So yeah, 14.75. So that sounds a bit more correct to me from my memory. So there's another bit of money maybe to come in. Celtic sold Edward in the summer, so I'm going to have a quick look at them. Now you've seen the league table, I'll go back to that in a second, but again, in January, so I want to have a look, see if they've brought anyone in big. Again, Edwards went for 40 million to Chelsea. Ryan Christie, surprisingly, only for 3 million, and Edwards for 40 million. Absolutely insane, but it does justify my decision in the summer, in my opinion, to try and hold my resolve with Morelos. So they've brought in this lad as another right back on 14 grand a week. I wouldn't pay him 14 grand a week. It's not bad, he's certainly not great. Another 30-year-old though, and Jordan Ayew coming in to replace Edwards. Again, on 31 grand a week. Their wage budget this season is absolutely crazy. So, schedule-wise, since the last episode where we played Celtic, we played St Johnstone, who's today's opponent. We won 5-2, Alex Lowry, Harry Wilson, Sergio Gomez with a brace, and Ryan Kent. We then played Partick Thistle, Harry Wilson with a brace, one from the spot, and Alfredo Morelos before we played Motherwell. And unfortunately in this game, we won 1-0, but Ryan Kent with the goal there. Borna Barisic missed a penalty, but Ryan Jack broke his ankle, making it one of those last-ditch challenges. They were on the counter, he made the challenge, I would have made it myself. It was only in because of injuries and suspensions, and he's broke his ankle, which meant I couldn't sell him during January. I love Ryan Jack in real life, but I just can't find the space for him consistently in my team this year. So I kind of wanted to get him off the wage bill, if you like. We then played Edinburgh City in our next competitive game. A very rotated side, as you can see. Cammy Palmer, Lowry, Turnbull, Batista Mayer, Hanu playing at left wing, Kane Ritchie Holster with a start. McCrory as obviously he's our cup goalkeeper. He's just signed a new contract. We had big interest in him during January, but I wanted to keep him. David Turnbull scored a penalty, Alex Lowry scored, Ritchie Holster scored. They had a player sent off as well, and when they got a player sent off, I tried a front free striker formation. Didn't work, which is kind of why you didn't see any more goals from there. But I thought that was a game and a time to try it. But then played Ross County Morelos, and I should add, this is where the hot fix that was released, fixing one-on-ones supposedly, came out, and we won 6-0. Alfredo Morelos with a brace, Ryan Kent with a brace, Matthias Palacios and Sergio Gomez all on the score sheet there. Before we played Aberdeen, and again another 3-1 win. Harry Wilson with a brace, Alfredo Morelos with a goal. And at this point I'm thinking, do you know what? This hotfix has not broke my game. It's in many ways improved it. And that would continue to be the theme as we went and played Hearts. Brophy, Katic and Kent on the score sheet there. Brophy getting his first start for a while to get some fitness. And then we played Dundee United, a 5-1 win. Sergio Gomez, Ryan Kent with a brace, Batista Mayer with a goal, Kane Ritchie Holster scoring off the bench as well. Lawrence Shanklin getting a consolation in first half injury time for them. Before in the last game we played Kilmarnock, Nico Katic and a Stuart Finlay own goal, getting the goals there for us. In reality this could have been so much more. We absolutely dominated it. Their keeper had a stormer. They'd had a couple of chances themselves to put us on the back foot, but another decent performance. I'm also going to apologise for my voice. It's really struggling. I'm struggling with the cold at the minute. But we're going to get into today's game right now against St Johnstone. So this is the team that we are selecting for today's game. Some of it in just for fitness, some of it in for making sure we've not got a suspension later in the competition. And, you know, some of it just to try and remain strong. So we've got Robbie McCrory in goal with Dest, Martinez, the big Greek, Hickey, Ross McCrory the captain in the hold-in, Sergio Gomez, Alex Lowry getting a game, Harry Wilson, Batista Mayer and Morelos is also in. Ryan Kent suspended frustratingly for us. I did mean to change the bench and put Aribo on there as he's returning from injury. I'm going to go with whatever I selected there because I've got no idea what I hit. I kind of just autopilot there. On a good run. I didn't mean to hit that one. I promise. I just forgot what I hit as soon as I hit it. So hopefully we can get off to a good start. Alex Lowry apparently having a very early shot. And in fact we've had a couple of shots so far. But no highlights after 10 minutes, which always worries me. Get creative. No response for about 5 minutes after that get creative went in. Now we've had 5 shots on target and no highlights. Nervy. Gordon kicks off the first highlight. Don't be like this. Hickey plays it back to Robbie McCrory. It's nice and calm. The bids for him, by the way, were English Premiership clubs, so he might actually still have a bit of potential about him. Harry Wilson bursting down. He's brought it into the box. It's poor. Poor from Harry Wilson. I expect better from him. I really do. Going to give another get creative. See if we can get inspired. That was an instant inspired that time. We've had 9 shots on target from 16. We've had 1 highlight and it was an off target one. Right, whips it in. Man, Kerr, good save, McCrory. Always get nervous when we have situations like this where they get a highlight and it's been so dominant one way. Batista Mayer going past his man. Can he finish? Oh, cool as like it's only the second of the season, you know. He's really not had a good season, but I think a big part of that was he struggled to start. And now's the time that he's starting to get in a run in a team. And obviously helped by the winger's hot pit fix. Because he would have missed that before that. He would have gone somewhere near the corner flag. Because it's a one-on-one chance. And obviously the winger situation. But they kick off again. We've gone straight into another highlight. Morelos pressing the defenders well. Eventually does go and press the goalkeeper, but it's whipped out to Gordon from there. Robbie McCrory also got the assist for that Batista Mayer goal. Serginho Dest. Martinez plays it calmly forward to Harry Wilson. Brought it forward. Good ball forward for Morelos. It's to Alfredo Morelos with the goal. Woohoo! It's just nice football that actually from Harry Wilson. You know, he's brought it past, he's got near the defenders. Morelos makes a good run, he picks him out. First time shot, back of the net. Who needs composure when you hit your shot first time, you know? Nothing to be composed about there. Just hitting the ball in a direction. Hit it with a bit of power, first time. You don't need to worry about it. Stevie May has got in behind our defence here. Not setting our selves on glory there. Manfaros and Barisic. Barisic got a bit more leeway for me though, because he was meant to be up the pitch in that situation. Manfaros just ran past him. Stevie May's shot of course was tame, straight at Robbie McCrory, who then comes out and collects the corner with relative ease. Tanser with the throw in, finds right. Davidson, Tanser, launches forward as Serginho Dest just comfortably picks this one up again. Launches away towards Alex Lowry, who makes a good run to get there. He's got Morelos in front of him, chooses not to get him, and Ziggy Gordon comes in with a big challenge. Davidson to McCann. That's got to be offside, if not going to matter. Hickey's there. I said Barisic before, I meant Hickey. I really knew that Hickey was on the pitch. But I said Barisic anyway, because, you know, you forget which players you've got on. Harry Wilson, bringing it down, finds Batista Mayer. Over to Alex Lowry, he can hit them from here. He's gone for Batista Mayer. Oh, absolutely outstanding finish from the German. justifying why we paid £5.5 million for him. I thought Harry Wilson was going to take it here, and I was like, nope, but he passed it. Batista Mayer just takes 2 defenders, gives it to Alex Lowry, who then picks up this midfielder. I want to know who this midfielder is. McCann, whoever you are, once Batista Mayer passed the ball, he just ignored everything. Gave Alex Lowry the one-on-one. Batista Mayer then gets the ball back, and a beautiful, beautiful finish. Don't get complacent, lads. Morelos kicks us off. Are we getting a kick-off highlight? Don't think I've seen many kick-off highlights this year. Alex Lowry plays it beautifully into Harry Wilson. He's brought it in. Oh, I was about to say it's in the back of the net, but it's just trickled wide from the on loan Liverpool man. Excuse me. I am not talking as much as I normally would during these live comms because I am really struggling. Lowry tries to get it through to Morelos, but it falls kindly for Batista Mayer, who does get it through to Morelos, who kind of made a mess of the bed there. We're going to bring Sergio Gomez off for Matheus Palacios. Switch them around because I've played Lowry in that box-to-box role a couple of times and he's done well. So that's the reasoning for that. And Palacios obviously coming on plays the advanced playmaker role. Next sub, I think I'm going to rest Ross McCrory and I'll bring on John Suter for him, who can just about play there. Palacios brings it out. He's got Morelos in front of him, but he's deciding to go it alone until he's challenged. Okay, I can't blame him. He's a young lad, you know. And I think we're going to let Batista Mayer have his round of applause, and we'll bring on Pellegrini for him. Let him get some match fitness. You know, he struggled to get into the team because he had such a big injury at the start of the season. It's probably knocked back his development and all that. So we need to get him, even if it's just getting him game time, get him, you know, enough to actually get a medal. He might get a bit of value. I was about to say he's missed a sitter, but that might be a really good block. I'm not sure either way. Wilson launches in again. Manfaros. Kerr again, keeping it away from him. Another corner. I'm going to try something different with my corner tactics because I really don't think this one works as well as I hoped it would. So I might try something different in the next couple of weeks. Whipped it again. Manfaros, the big Greek, he just wants to prove me wrong, doesn't he? Launches it himself at it, attacking, gets above ball. This time doesn't knock it back across, just goes for it. And it's in the back of the net. The goalkeeper maybe could do better there. I am not sure. Another highlight in the 91st. Hickey throws it into Morelos and a great ball at Harry Wilson, son. Peck out that cross, by the way. Harry Wilson could not miss from there. I swear that it says Aaron Hickey's fleet-footed, but I swear down he's better with his right, and he uses his right more often, which frustrates me when he gets down to the byline. But in a situation like that, what a cross. That was 5-0 victories. It looked so same at the start. We're aggressive but toothless. We're going to be back in 2 games time though, guys, for episode 24. That will be Celtic. Hit like, hit subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. I've really enjoyed your guys' comments so far this series, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.